Welcome to Crypto Reddit God. Today we're taking a look at another post here from Brunot Hadion, or however you pronounce that. You'll need to be a bit nicer to newcomers who get shaken up a bit by depths. As a sub, we come off a bit salty when we are like this, when we're rude. Disclosure in the daily is a bit ridiculous to be honest. Newcomers are constantly entering the market while things are green, and it's scary to see all your value plummet the first few times. This is definitely really true. Like first time I started, man, Ethereum was like in a digit. It was going up like crazy. Then there was the first crash, and I was like, "What? This thing goes down actually?" Doesn't help anyone to scold newcomers asking about the beer market. And I'm constantly saying shit stuff like, well, if you need your money back soon, you shouldn't be investing in crypto. And if that's true, there are plenty of nicer ways to say it, and we don't need to be driving away newcomers who will ultimately help grow the market. We're all in this together. That's the whole point of decentralized finance. Well, I agree this is true, but well, this is an interesting topic because maybe first you shouldn't invest more than you can lose. This is not a financial advice. Talk to your financial advisor. And then these things are volatile, so you should get used to it. But I know it gets really scary. But the sooner you start, the sooner you get used to it. After a while, you don't really care if you see a double-digit drop, percent point, or well, well, you care, but you don't really care. If it helps anyone, I was down on my initial investment about 90% 1 to 2 years ago. It didn't do anything. Wouldn't even look at prices. This is what I did. It really helped to just close the app. If that doesn't help, just delete the app from your phone and just come back in a while. Like coins won't go anywhere if they're on a blockchain, on a cold wallet. Still haven't done anything at all. Now I'm up 600% even after the dip. Just stay in the market, hold strong. Weak hands lose always. But I know it's not so easy. I watch YouTube videos, don't have the link, in which Warren Buffett talks about the Great Depression. Those who sold during the Depression, which is warranted given that it was a depression, lost almost everything. I think that the S&P was down 90% at some point. Those who held for 10 to 20 years, not doing anything, made a huge profit. This is true. I think that in the stock market there aren't 2 points when in 20 years you would lose money. It's like it's impossible because in a short time frame the volatility is a risk, especially plummeting the modern portfolio theory. But on the long term, why does it matter if it goes up or down 5% today or 10 or 20%? In 10 years, 20 years, it really doesn't matter. I can say that it did the same thing, but so far the investment strategy of not doing anything at all has worked for me. It worked for me as well. But that's not financial advice. I should also mention that I did a lot of research on products that I held. I recognized their potential in the long term. There are other products that have continued to develop and achieve their long-term goals. I made mistakes early on and got hit by exchange, transfer fees, gas fees, and ICOs. Lost some money in the process. ICOs are probably you more often probably shouldn't touch them because you can lose a lot of money. Most of them fail. It's kind of the same as VC funding. Like 90% of companies fail. So, but then you have that one big one that really could change the world. So after all, you're probably much at the same point. You have just a standard return. Lost some money in the process. This is another reason I decided to just not do anything. It's too expensive to jump around right now. If you pick a coin, just stick to it. Not financial advice, but just what I learned in the past, switching coins is the worst thing you can do. It's probably true for everything in life. Like if you start one business and then 3 days later you start another one, then another one, how you can be ever successful? You just can't be. I saw some stats from broker recently, I think Fidelity, that said portfolios with the best ROIs were owned by dead people. Wow. This is a bit tragic. Well, I don't know. I guess that's true. My tax guy was all worried about all my crypto boys, but then I told him I had not sold anything ever, so it made it a lot easier. I just had to account for converting my Ethereum class into Ethereum. Well, that's good. Plus, every time you change, that's a taxable event. Well, it depends on the country. You should talk to your financial advisor, look your laws. Otherwise, just hold. In some countries, after a few years, you even get tax breaks and so on. Well, people are a bit scared now in the dip, but now we're almost back up. So, well, we'll see. This is it for me today. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow, boys.